Like, this is trouble. I think that Macedon is toast. I just don't know. Like, they didn't buy a unit here, so this city is 100% dead. I think next turn. Right? I don't know why this unit's still sitting here. Oh! He chopped the walls! I didn't see the builder, he chopped the walls! Still needs a unit there, though, but he's gonna be okay, I think. I did not see that he had moved a builder out here and he chopped out the last turn of the walls. That is so nice, because this crossbow and this crossbow can become relevant now, and he's gonna save it. Total cack right there. But the knight's half dead. Catapult, because this is not going to survive. Crossbow. He might want to keep this crossbow here to defend this. That crossbow needs to pop. He needs crossbows going here. What he really needs, it's too bad he doesn't have any. Like, this builder needs to chop out another crossbow. He needs to chop out another crossbow. These trees up here could turn into a ton of units right here. If he could ever get a builder, they should buy him a builder and chop out 3 crossbows. That's what I'd be doing. And again, this Heteroi got stuck up here trying to do harassment. And, I mean, maybe he killed the trader. I didn't notice. Maybe he got a trader unit out. But imagine how valuable this Heteroi would be sitting on this flank right now. You like that idea too, right? Buy him a builder and chop out 3 crossbows right here. Yeah, so many chops just sitting there. And that's what I was saying. It was just such a slow start. And I was mentioning it earlier. Like, he didn't get any of his chops done early. He's got so many unimproved hills, stone that he could have chopped in mind. Like, a lot of hills back here that he could have chopped in mind as well. And he wasn't getting, like, he just didn't get his builder phase in, I think, is the biggest thing. And also, and I've mentioned this a few times, this was the settle. He moved up here. If he had settled the honey and put the encampment on the rice, he could have got these 2 for free and bought these 2, and this city would have had to settle 1 further back. By the way, when did these walls go down? Did he get the walls down with the catapult before it had to back out? I missed that. Oh my god, he got it! How did he take that with the walls? What? Oh, did he have a battering ram? Oh, he did have a battering ram. How did I not see the battering ram? I'm blind. I'm sorry, guys. I wouldn't have moved away from that if I knew there was a battering ram there. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I don't know how I missed it. So it didn't matter. The walls didn't make a difference. The walls made no difference at all. And they stole this builder because he had to move off of it. The builder's rip. Yeah, exactly. He brought a ram to the party. The old ramrod. Yeah, he's trouble here. Walls will be fine. But he needs crossbows. Just get a builder and chop him, bud. But yeah, I just felt like he made a big mistake on this settle. There was so many good tiles that he could have had, and these would all be mined up right now. Heteroi's back here, but they die if they come over here to crossbows. This guy's going to be in trouble. The Hussars are coming online. I think he did steal this settler and just threw it down. Crossbows, bit of a push here. Boreal's been simming out of his mind here and getting his science online. Like I said earlier, really good campus here. Really good campus here. +4, +3, +5. He's got some districting going around his government plaza to make a 1, 2, 3 campus there. So his science is actually second only to automatic. So he actually has as much science as America and Poland combined. So the knights will be tough. He can go crossbows from his chariots, and he just got a musket as well. He's not gonna roll over. He's gonna be tough to push. How's he doing on? Did he get a general? Or did he even try? Egypt 2 points a turn. Poland got 1. Teddy got 1. And then this is the earlier ones, right? Yeah, those are classic medieval. So there's still one more available. Yeah, there's still one more medieval Renaissance available. And it looks like Macedon gets it. So Egypt won't have a general, but they have a big tech advantage, so they'll be really hard to push. How you doing, Danny? Vesuvius eruptions would keep the city at 2 pops, so not working that many good tiles. I just disagree. I mean, it wasn't right on it, right? I mean, it wasn't right on it. Like, he would have lost some, but the thing is that the eruption kills the tiles. Like, I mean, maybe it would have been like with all this food, he would have been settled on a 4 food. He'd have an orange to work. The rice would have been gone. Like, he would have had lots of food to get the population up. You would have lost population occasionally, but look at this. Were you just not going to work them? You got to work those. Yeah, Moons. Actually, the battering ram does full damage to the walls. It's the siege tower that ignores the walls and does full damage to the city. Esther, game's going pretty good. Looks like the end is nigh for Macedon, unless he has some sort of magic to pull out. He's bringing a knight online to get his city strength up, which is good. Gonna be an interesting battle through the trees here. This is gonna be pretty crazy. China 5 city PogChamp. Did he finally go monumentality? He did. So the builders are finally popping. Nobody else will be challenging him on wonders, so he does have a couple wonders here. Did he lose? He must have lost it to somebody else. He was trying to get the floodplains one there. So he's getting his theater square online. I still don't like the way he did this city, though. Exactly, Damodar. We were losing our mind. Debated, yeah. We were losing our mind. Me and chat were losing our mind when he selected. I was like, I just went over here to check Golden Ages once it started, right? I'm like, okay, so monumentality, and then I'm like, China went pen, brush, and voice, and just lost it. I was like, what? Yeah, you can do a depending on how much faith you're building, you can go triple monumentality, but monumentality first age is 100%. Like, you got to pop those builders out and build those wonders, man. Anyway, yeah. Oh, he's got he only had 2 wonders at turn 35. These are the only 2 wonders he built early, right here, Oracle and Stonehenge, and then he eventually built Great Lighthouse, and now he's just working on Apadana now, and he's trying to get Colossus up now, and he just got Pyramids and Petra done maybe in the last 3 or 4 turns. on this Petra City down here. And that's it. Yeah, way too little. Like it was just like you get 6 faith per wonder plus all those yields from each city that has a wonder, and he just sorry, I hate being an asshole because people watch these VODs after and they're like, "Screw you, man." But I mean, what are you gonna do? These samurai are kind of wait. Oh shoot, that's a France crossbowman. I was gonna say he's got a little bit of a bad position, but this is yeah. Hopefully they'll learn from it, right? Like I mean, it was just a bad China gameplay from the beginning. I just thought, oh my god, China's gonna win a culture victory. They've got massive land and America and Poland protecting them from anything. It was just free sim China because the draft phase was amazing. They banned Russia and they banned Canada and they were team 1 and got first pick. And I predicted the whole thing. I'm like, they could ban Canada here and then go China. And sure enough, they banned Canada, got first pick, went China, and then it rolled around. And I'm like, if they ban Pericles, China's going to win a culture game. And what did they do? They banned Pericles. I'm like, oh my god, they're going to win a culture game, easy peasy, if they get the right map. Then they got the right map, and I'm like, I was just like, how do you stop this? Guys. Oh, never mind. Figured it out. Oh, he must have been having an issue, and now it's not a problem. Did he build Coliseum in here, by the way? He did not. He put another theater square in there. I wanted to... I mean, it would have been hard, but this city's decently productive. I would have liked to have seen Coliseum in here. It would have hit 7 cities. I was hoping he would. I thought he was because he had a couple theater squares set up to get it, and I think production-wise, he just didn't want to waste the time. Didn't realize the Congress. Oh. Oh, by the way, we didn't check. City states on this type. So, oh, sorry. Oh, walls are gone. Knight, crossbow. Got a lot of units. He might hold on for a while here. France is so hard, man. The Black Queen with their extra diplo visibility and a general is super tough. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I wanted to see the Congress real quick. So they voided culture. They voided theater squares. So China's team voided theater squares. So I guess they wanted to... What? China's team voided theater square buildings. And they went all in. Oh, they didn't even go all in. They just barely won China getting... China's making 10 great writer points a turn. Rome's making 7. Japan's making 4. So Rome has 5 theater squares. China has 3. And Japan has 4. China with 3 theater squares on turn 62. Not to get political, but kind of cool that Vice President of the U.S. is 3 miles from my house right now. And was thinking, what the hell is this traffic? How you doing, Big Daddy? Pence poggers. A lot of units. The Hussar push is on. We're about to have a nice little war in here. So we've got two fronts. Walls are down. He should be able to rebuild them. Knights are up. Crossbows are up. Flanks looking fine. Knights over here to protect. So this is a bit of a stalemate at the moment. Crossbows. I want to see the tech that Egypt is working. Printing in one. Printing. Oh, but also printing in one for Jadwiga, which is interesting because they're being out-teched so much. Oh, actually, their tech's caught up a little bit. I'd be interested to see Boreal's tech tree. They have field cannons. Or, sorry, field cannons. They have muskets. And they're about to have printing. So... Okay, so they haven't gone through to muskets. So that's the difference in the tech. 2 turns on printing. Muskets should be pretty hard to push, I would think. Like, Hussar, okay, Hussar, they're taking Armagh, looks like. Although Rome is bringing some legions down to contest. Perhaps do a little challenge down in here. The double push is going to be interesting. He's going to want to race after printing. He's going to have to right click on field cannons. I wonder how many turns he'd be looking at. I'm going to check next turn. I wonder how many turns he's looking at for field cannons. Also gold. Rome's storing up gold. They're making a pretty good clip, actually. Gold is pretty dearth on this side. Almost 300 net there, and these guys are just over 200 net. So there's definite gold advantage. Boreal's playing pretty defensive here, sitting back. I guess they just don't want to let the city get surrounded, right? They're just hoping to, like, if they push in, the crossbows destroy them. More muskets online would be a good idea. So tech. Printing did not finish. Okay. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong person. Okay, there we go. Printing is done. And they're probably not gonna get the boost. They're definitely not gonna get the boost unless they build 2 forts. But they do have the boost here, obviously. So maybe in 8 turns they can have field cannons. I think they could probably hold them off for 8 turns for sure. Field cannons will melt everything at that point. Macedon might have been about trying to get a safety settler out. Yeah. Where would they escape to? I guess across the water. I don't even know if they'd have the tech to get across. They'd have to get across the water to China and do it, store it up here somewhere. China, not exactly. Like, honestly, if you'd have told me that China would have 6 cities on turn 64, I'd have told you you're a crackpot. Yeah, settler right here. Where'd those knights go? He had 2 knights up here. Oh, they're up here. He's trying to do a flank around here now, too. I mean, it's not a bad play. Where's the general, though? He had 2 generals. Oh, maybe the generals don't affect the knight, though. No, they would. Yeah, I would have liked to see one of the knights up here, or one of the generals up here. If he sends that settler naked up here, There's your escape settler right there. Cleo was doing what Macedon should have done. Turtle and hold, not go on close. Yeah, Danny. What happened was early on. It's like they went 3 cities, and then it just seemed so slow. Like he didn't get builders out. He could have chopped units. He should have gotten some builders out, chopped 3 more settlers, gotten to 6 cities, put some campuses up, kept himself relevant. Instead, he put 3 cities up, and then tried to churn out units and not die. I think he just got a little scared because he was between. He had France close to the north, and then he had Japan to the south. He was kind of like, oh god, I think he just got super nervous about his gameplay. But if he'd have just taken the time, quickly get out 6 cities, start ramping them up, exactly like you said, the same way that she did. She had a 2v1 it's Boreal, but there was a 2v1 to be faced. But I love the way he did it. Got some cities out, threw down the good. Now he had better campus options as well, but he threw up the campuses, said, okay, you're going to have 2v1, let me double your science. And that's exactly what he's done. 121 to 56 and 67. Literally more than science than those two combined. And he's gonna hold zone. Kevin Curry had to drop, so what is the level game status? Right now, it feels like Team Fam will win on science. They'll just blow them away militarily. Like there's 67 leads in science. Dr. Pepper's top science is 67. Well, there is 2 people above 120 on the other team. Automation will probably roll people with tanks, I would imagine. I think there'll be some serious wars into a CC, if I had to guess. Irish, good to see you. Good afternoon. And yeah, it's a good game, and the team on the left here is just killing it in science, and that's going to end up. They're just too far behind on science, I think, to beat now. Yeah. If these guys were doing a little bit better, like I don't know how Teddy is sitting on 56 science with all these mountains. Like honestly. Like he should have had 7 or 8 cities out 10, 15 turns ago and just been slapping campuses down. Just be patient, get your campuses up, and maybe like I don't know, push them with Rough Riders or something. Like just like look at this. She's blinded with science. Yeah, she's got her SARS coming, but she's going to need an awful. Like she's wasting time on Armagh here, and by the time they finish with Armagh and come around, they're going to have field cannons, and they'll melt those Hussars. One would think. So, bit of a Cold War. Crossbows. This knight's a dead man. I would imagine these guys are miles from. Oh, they're 5 turns from printing, but they're miles from field cannons. Yeah, their science is so low, they're never getting to field cannons. Crossbows is the best defense they'll ever have. Japan's on 10 cities. Rome has gotten to 10 cities as well, I think. All these guys all have 6 cities. Everybody on this left-hand side of the map has 6 cities each. Oh my god. Rip my favorite sodas representatives. I know, I love me some Dr. Pepper, man. In fact, you know what I should do? I should go get a Dr. Pepper and drink it on stream while get my synergy up, you know? Drinking Dr. Pepper while broadcasting a Dr. Pepper game. How have I not thought of that until now? Sounds like an amazing idea. I'm going to leave you right here. Actually, this war is at a bit of a stalemate. Oh, the muskets are coming online. That's not good for Macedon. Not quite anything going on there either. I'll be back. I'm going to get a drink and use the facilities. Dr. Pepper pulled pork. Dr. Pepper is amazing for cooking, by the way, Tim. Dr. Pepper on ribs, pulled pork. Fantastic. I'll be right back. Cheers. Oh, he's got muskets. I thought he didn't have musket tech yet. Must have just finished it, did he? He's on printing, and he does have musket tech. Really? I thought I must have saw that wrong. Yeah, he did get musket tech, and he's about to have printing. So he'll actually hold up pretty good here. I thought he didn't have muskets yet, and this musket push was going to hurt him. Let me see where France is on field cannons and bombards. Ooh, printing done. Not currently doing metal casting for some reason. Look at the top of the tech tree, hasn't even been touched. He must have just not picked something yet. Yeah, he just hasn't picked it yet. Okay. So 5 turns on bombards, and that'll be trouble. Nobody's had culture this game, so I can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine there's cores coming anytime soon. Rome could have cores going before too long. Musket. Oh yeah, Rome's got cores. There's a core horsey, core knight. Interesting. This is a tough choke. Armag's gonna go down. There's gonna be a lot of dead hussars here in a second, I think. Because yeah, like I said, I mean, there's not great land, so they're not going to be able to churn out units crazy fast. But an industrial zone in here, as long as at this point, they're winning enough in science and culture that they can just start churning out units exclusively before too long. And then all they need to do is just, yeah. The re-lobby's been a tilt to the other team. I mean, it's possible. I mean, the re-lobbies weren't anybody's fault, really. There was a little bit of contention. There was a little bit of contention. Did they? Oh, because they have a boat here that's putting it under siege. China on a couple of galleys, or a couple of caravels, I should say. That'll be fine. The caravels won't kill this. Although they might want to get that galley up to a caravel itself. Oh yeah. No, it's an artist. He's painting tails. It's an artist painting the tails. Here come the muskets from America. They're working on metal casting. They don't have printing yet, though. They're making us push maybe straight to cuirassiers, but without printing. They don't even have pre-builds. I don't know why they're going... I'm not sure why they'd be doing that. They don't even have pre-built bombards. They have one catapult. Why rush to bombards right now? Get printing at least for your Diploviz, and then two turns ballistics. So maybe 6-7 turns on field cannons. I was just about to say, what's the gold count? Pretty good gold on Rome. He paused and then disconnected. Oh, he's subbing out. Okay. Oh, he's the guy he was talking about having to take his kids someplace. Oh, what's going on here with the notification on CPL? We're trying to increase... The new guy in? Sorry, I was just texting the wife because I'm going to have to probably... because of the slow start and all the interruptions, she's going to have to... she's going to go shopping for a bit after work, and then I'll pick her up after that. What's the improvement at cartography for Teddy? Did they move up the whatchamacallit there? I'm on Teddy, right? Yeah. This here is the Casa de Construcción. I don't know what improvement you're referring to. I don't know what one you're thinking about. Their unique improvement. Oh wait, no, that would be no. They don't have that. They don't even have that. It's for the other Teddy now, Bull Moose. Yeah, this is a tough push here right now. This is a tough push. Hey, Double Day, how you doing? Still haven't taken that city. Maybe afraid. Yeah, they're afraid maybe that it flips to. Yeah, that if they take the city, it might flip to loyalty, because these guys are both in golden ages, and these guys are both in normal ages. So maybe that's why they're not taking it. I don't know. Rough week, but it's almost over. Well, I'm glad to hear that it's almost over, and sorry you had a rough week, but yeah. Well, in the base game, they've made it so city states are very defensible, particularly on harder difficulties. But in the multiplayer aspect, they essentially want them to be less significant. They want them to be able to be taken over. It's part of the strategy of the game. I'm not sure how much I'm down for it, because it's kind of an easy city. Because sometimes somebody has a perfectly placed city state to go and kill really easily with a couple horses, and then somebody else doesn't have any options, and so it's a pretty big swing in the RNG column, you know. But yeah, it shouldn't, you shouldn't be able to send a couple galleys or a couple horses to a city state at turn 30 and get a free city. I agree with that. I mean, it's part of the game. It's the way the game's played. It's not going to change. So there's no point in worrying about it. But France trying to get a general here. It'd be nice if they weren't quite so neutered, if you will. Yeah, they're trying to get a Renaissance industrial as quick as they can. They have a Renaissance, though, I think. No, that's Sun Tzu. That's only medieval. So they didn't get a medieval Renaissance. So they're trying to get a Renaissance industrial so they can boost these crossbows or these muskets and crossbows. So that's the projecting here for. No builder to chop them though, so they're just gonna have to wait on them. But once they have that up and running, be interesting, because they're never gonna have to worry about field cannons in here, because the science just isn't where it needs to be. More crossbows coming online. And a field cannon push? I don't know. Yeah, just tough to push this right now. The pike and shots are a pretty nice counter to the SARS. Still choosing not to take the city. Maybe just trying to boost XP off of it right now, I guess, because they got a lot of units sitting back here. But they're only going to get one hit per turn now, because it's going to heal and then they take it off with one hit. So the cores are trouble. Knight core coming. Knight core, horse core, knight core. They're not going to push through this. This is a deadlock here. And this is too much defense. And their field cannons in... We'll find out here in a second how many they're on field cannons. Settler coming to the coast. Not seeing that. We thought that there was going to be a lot of traders running through the waters here. The international trade routes have not kicked in yet. But a lot of internals going on in Japan. I think there was trade routes coming through here. Nobody currently trading with the lovely Boreal Cleopatra action, which is... Oh, there you go. It was... Ballistics did finish. So, there you go. I wasn't sure if the turn had rolled over and you had one more turn to wait or not. Field cannons spell trouble for all this. This is pretty good work by Boreal, I tell you. You know, I have to compliment him on that. He is doing a good little job. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah. I don't know. Losing, I mean, oh, Rome is 2 turns on ballistics. They've come back to mathematics there. Metal casting, long ways from metal casting here. 1 turn on metal casting. I still don't understand what their thought is. They have no pre-built. They have 1 pre-built catapult to turn into a field cannon, but they have like. I mean, I guess if you don't have niter, you can get rid of your niter and then do more pre-builds. But I don't know what the plan is here for them. They're getting crossbows up. They're going to want field cannons. Like they're just going to play defense. Like it's not like China is moving towards a culture victory anytime soon. Like they're just getting theater scores online. They actually voted to or like whatever, eliminate, cancel, whatever you want to call it, theater square buildings. So they're getting theater squares up and they're not even going to put buildings in them. Like I just they built Jebel, but I don't understand the choices of where they put stuff. They could have had like a +8 theater square if they put everything in the right spots. And instead it's a +4. The winged hussars have been around for a while, and they're basically irrelevant now. The field cannons and the core knights and muskets have irrelled them. This is a standoff. Next turn, that becomes a field cannon. Doesn't have a whole lot more going on as far as ranged, though. So they're not going to get melted by field cannons, but yeah. Yeah, they brought him in, but they just couldn't push. They didn't have an angle. They didn't have anything to push. Boreal's done a good job of keeping their science up, and when your opponent's got double your science, they even went and grabbed. Look at that! They grabbed Terracotta Army for the promos, which is so nice. So all units are super promoted. Like they're level 1 now, level 2, but they're going to be level 2 before. Another field cannon level 2 there. So that's huge. This is really big, especially since they nerfed experience in multiplayer. So now it's, instead of being like half as much there's no longer scaling for online speed experience. So a free promotion for everybody is huge. And then they went and grabbed Statue of Zeus to get him out. Some spearmen that they upgraded into pike and shots. The pike and shots will be the vein of some hussars as they come along as well. So really nice play on Statue of Zeus as well. And then this is Great Bath. So they're the ones who sniped Great Bath off of China over here. That's funny. The old Great Bath snipage. And what's it getting them? A couple faith. Oh, faith there as well. So 3 faith there. It's funny because they're counting it as being on this river and not on this river. So because these are 2 different rivers, right? It splits off. So these aren't even connected. So they're only getting the faith here. I'm wondering if he was thinking he was going to get faith here as well. You know, like along this river would have gotten faith. That would have been much better on all these floodplains if these all got rivers or all got the faith. But getting into a good defensive position here if they step in. I don't mind that, by the way. Bit of a Cold War going on here still. They must have got the general. Yeah, they must have made the general. There's no way they had the culture to do that. Yeah, they had the general they used to make a core, which will help with city strength and as a point to contend. This is a straight up Cold War right now. France, 6 turns on field cannons. Bombards are now complete then, so they can go bombard here. They only have the 2 though on the one here. I don't know. Great Bath follows same rules of dam. Have to put 2 tiles on river. The river are these. Yeah, maybe, but I think yeah, because it's only on 1 tile. But I think also that it only will. I think it only is allowed to count for 1. So even if you put it like here, although I don't even think that's floodplains, but even if that was floodplains, is it floodplains? No, I don't think it is. No. But if you put it here and this was floodplains and it was like 2 and 2, I think it still will only choose 1, Hindu, if I'm not mistaken. But you're right. It might have forced the decision based on the 2 to 1 thing. Yeah, that became a field cannon there. This is a straight up standoff. They'd be better off. Okay. They took out one of the Piken shots that were on a flank. They were trying to get the Piken shots out here to defend the SARS, but the SARS not even coming. They're going to want to get this dead. Yeah, pushing that is just deadly. They're going to want to kill this before it gets a heal off or whatever. Just sitting there. He can see it, so he needs to try and get that dead if he can. If he could ever... Does that have a general in it? No. What's the general situation? The general situation. Egypt 6. They get a project off, they could get a general. Because I don't think they have one, right? No. Who did get one? France got theirs. Medieval Renaissance. So there's only 1 Renaissance Industrial off the table. They could project one, but they're in pretty safe position. I think they haven't got universities yet. I'm wondering where they're attacking actually. Where are they? They're going through castles. So they're heading. Oh, they're just going straight bottom tree. They're not even worrying about universities. Oh, they do have. Okay, they did go up there first. They got the university, so they can build them when they need to. Bombard with general taking the walls down, but the musket probably. Oh, they're hitting the flank here. They need to turn this into a field cannon. This musket dies. I don't know if they can. I don't think they can take the city. I'm not sure if I'd be building a campus here right now, though. They're going to need to kill this next turn before the bombard hits. Because bombard... Oh, no, the crossbow couldn't hit from here anyway. Crossbow dies. Well, he probably wouldn't actually kill it because he'd have to step there, and he doesn't want to step there. Just let the crossbow take that spot if he wants it. Yeah, he's backed out here because he knows he was going to die. He might still die? He might still die. This is a complete and total standoff right now. Oh, sorry, I'm on the... He doesn't have many units. He's trying to get the general... Doesn't he have... Wait. Classic medieval. Okay, so he does need a general. So he's trying to get a general. I don't know why I thought he had one. Egypt and Macedon. Poland could ever... Oh no, because Poland wants Macedon to get one to stay alive, yeah. So these two will probably get the last couple because they're both projecting. France got one. Oh no, Egypt's not projecting, but Macedon is. They'll get one. And then Egypt probably should project to get the other. Oh, speaking of which, there you go. 2 projects underway. So those the 2 people in tough spots are going to get themselves a general, it looks like. Rome has more theater squares than China still. So does Japan. I mean, 112 faith a turn. Where's the builders? Chop out the theater square. Get things moving. I mean, this is a garbage city, but I mean, what is this? Is that an encampment? A theater. What? I was trying to figure. Why did. The city has 2 hills, and he put the theater square on one of them for 0 adjacency. And then he's building Chichen Itza here. If he was building it there, at least it would be giving it adjacency. But still, why would you not put it there? Why are they building encampments? They have an encampment down here as well. Oh yeah, there's a right here. There's Apadana Theater Square. Like, I mean, you put it right here, actually. If you're going to get Chichen Itza, you put it there, and you put the other theater square there. They've already got a theater square there on a whopping 2 wonders. Imagine having 2 wonders on your theater square in your capital as China. Imagine living in that world. Sorry, I'm being an asshole. Yeah, here comes the Bombards. Poor guy. Pressure and competitive time really does things to you. Oh yeah, the fact that it's the pressure of an important game, and I mean they picked China, and then they're like, "Hey, you take it." Probably like, I don't know. I feel like Holland is probably. I played against Holland the other day. He seemed pretty good. I feel like he should have been sim in China. It feels like Das Peaks doesn't really know how to play them that well. If you've got your win conditions set up with nobody to defend China culture, why not have your best player play them? P.S. Yes, the wife bought that for me a couple weeks ago or so. Sure, there's a reason. Cancel the spectator. Cancel me. And cancel me. That's easy. So good. It's funny because you know what's funny, everybody, is Damodar does really good impressions and stuff, and he's sitting in his chair right now in front of his computer, and he's doing Star Wars voices, and he realizes that nobody can hear him. Plus to that, yeah. Disney were kicking themselves for not having that ready for Christmas 2019. Yeah, I don't exactly right. Why? I mean, maybe they didn't. I mean, had to have known it was going to be huge. Why not have that stuff ready for last year? There wasn't a lot of that available last year. Do or do not? I don't do impressions, so I can't even come close. Maybe this guy always gets good map gens, so they maybe he's the lucky guy. Maybe he's the guy who always gets lucky spawns. He got the amazing, lucky, awesome spawn, but it's just unfortunate that he wasn't. I mean, look at this. I mean, I know your builders generally are going towards wonders early on, but he still has 3 trees and 4 jungles inside of his capital, and most of those are on hills that could be mined by now. This feels bad, man. It's a standard size map with 8 civilizations 4v4. Yes. I mean, blue's okay. Purple's got the game under control here with their science and culture. Boreal's doing really good with the science to keep up from dying. And Japan's actually running pretty good sim going down here. They're free simming with 10 cities. I'm surprised they haven't gotten a little wider, actually. They could easily... I mean, it's pretty crap land, but you could get some more harbors and stuff up here. You can get aggressive now that these guys are neutered. It doesn't really matter at this point because their team is rolling pretty good. Interesting to see how this game ends up. Cancel trade routes to automation. So it was a cancel off. And... oh, the Diplo favor out of Jadwiga was 8. Oh, that was 8 there. It must have been within 1. 6. That's a tie. Up 1. That's a tie. Oh, no, wait. No, both of these are on the same team. So 8 and 8. Okay. So it wasn't even close. Forget it. Culture bombs for Boreal, not that big a deal, really. Could help him a little bit. And China loses Diplo. I think China gold went towards the war zones and no first monumentality hurt hard. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure the gold did go towards the war, but you don't need gold as China. Not monumentality was the biggest mistake, but it was just a lot of, I don't know. I'll shut up. A lot of misplay though. It just didn't feel like they really had a good understanding of how China gameplay goes at this level. And that's the last I'm going to say about it. I'm sorry. +5. I still don't understand why they didn't put the campus there. It's a +3 either way, but it would be a +4 here, right? Like, I still don't understand why they didn't put the campus there. +4. I don't understand. Didn't want to. I don't know. So, bit of a stalemate here. I feel like the next one that's going to happen is going to be here. I feel like the tech advantage... oh, a little bit of flank going on as well. The Knights are significantly injured at the moment. Escape Settler is out. They're going to need the tech to cross over, though. They maybe haven't explored up here? And they're hoping to get lucky? Yeah. Hoping to get lucky and gonna miss out. Sorry, who was it that got PS? Were you cursing PS? they're hoping to get lucky, and they're not gonna. Is there any chance? Is there any chance that they? Yeah, they're still down on metal casting. The settler, that escaped settler, is gonna be trapped in the water forever. Lack of field cannons is a feels bad man. Once the field cannons are online, they shred the units. The bombards take the walls. The 75 strength is going to be, take a while to kill, but that bombard will get the job done. I wonder how far on cores France is. What's their general, or what's their yields like? 65 culture. Nationalism in 5. Core them up. Needs to get a couple of core bombards, and that'll start shredding. Oh yeah, it's easy to screw up under pressure, but it's one thing to screw a couple things up here and there under pressure. It's also another thing to just not be able to make the right decisions. Like just not knowing the path, right? If you haven't played China and the meta that you're supposed to do on multiplayer and all the things that team play multiplayer, right? I guess. There's another bombard, so that's going to be a good solid bombard there, level 2. Yeah, so they got Jeanne d'Arc. It's funny that Macedon stole Jeanne d'Arc from France, although France got one as well, so they just didn't get the right order. And Egypt will get the other one in 3 turns, assuming they don't finish another project, which they may just do. No, their projects are done, so through 3 turns. Oh, the campus placement. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Yeah, I mean they might have just looked and saw, like, my thought is they did it a while ago, right? And they might have saw +3 or +3 because the commercial hub wasn't done, and thought, oh, I'll put it where I don't lose a chop or something, right? They might have said, oh, I'll put it there because then I don't take away the chop, but who cares about the chop? When you put it here with a commercial hub, it's a +4. It just didn't register, I guess, until after it was too late. It was just one of those, like, misclick or whatever you want to call it. Oh, here you go. I was going to say, as soon as those become cursors, the calculus changes on the on this front. How much on ballistics? Next turn, if they've got the gold. Oh, they have tons of gold. Field cannon central here. 2 field cannons. Although the cursor cores times four. One more cursor would be times 5. Where's their tech tree at right now? They're at castles, so they're doubling back to head to tanks. Castles down the light cavalry slide, and then into artillery and tanks. Field cannon. Looking to get a general of their own. That'll be the big thing. If they can get a general of their own. I don't think they have maybe just the one encampment or something. They're going to have to pray for oil. I know what that's all about. Rome, yeah, they're running a project. They might actually steal it. If they get it in 2 turns. If they have a project finished, if they chop it out, they'll actually steal it from Egypt. But they'll be talking about that because they're on the same team. So they might be like, you go ahead and take it, chop it out before I get it, or they can even pass and let them take it. The bombard steps in. Where's the tech on rifling in 3 for Cleopatra? Oh, they're not. So they were on free inquiry as well, which was giving them a lot of science. 110. So now that they're in the new era, I think that's what it was, because some science dropped off there. They're in a dark age. Dark, dark, normal, dark, dark, golden, golden, golden. Wow. Golden's. Oh, I'm missing some action here. So yeah, field cannon upgrades into attack. They're going to need to get that unit out of there. May have actually got a promo though too. Oops. Iron 2, yeah. When you're playing yeah, that unit's gonna get killed. When you're playing as Babylon, praying for iron is also part of your regiment. They got a city down in here in order to get another district up, +4 harbor. That'll help with the gold later on. Double that up to 8 a turn. Throw the lighthouse in there, get a trade route. Always good things. What is that green symbol? They each have a spy in each other's land. I don't know what that green symbol is. So the spies are counteracting one another in order to ensure that they have diplo visibility. I wonder if we're going to see a naval war or whether it's just... I think it's mostly land, because there's not much China could do. They could come over here and harass, but they're not there. I don't think they have the tech to be able to take this down. So they could potentially do some damage here, but I'm guessing, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe China could do something there. But this is all owned by one team. Japan, France, Rome are all in the same team around this, right? And then these 3 are all in the same team. So there's not really any way to get a naval battle going. Like, there could be a naval battle here if China was on the water. Like, you can see here, these guys came over. Oh, actually. Oh, this is a city-state. They raised the city-state. I was like, why is there a road here? They came over and raised a city-state. I missed that. Hong Kong's garbage, so they don't even want it. But yeah, if China was on the coast, they could... What the hell is that? If China was on a coast, then there could have been some sort of shenanigans with Japan, who's controlling the admirals. But there's just... Nobody really went naval stuff other than Japan. Like, that was it. Like, it could have been... I was saying they went Rough Rider. I was saying this is the last pick, and I was like, these guys need gold. I'd love to see Daito, who hadn't been voted down yet. I'm like, I'd love to see a Daito play here for gold, but they didn't do it. What's with the encampment in Beijing? Oh, here, yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's a bug of some sort. I don't know. It's just like, it's supposed to just be like a panel like that, right? And it's just like, it's just bugged out. This is something to do with the mod, I'm sure. Lots of really nice field cannons here, all level 1, couple level 2s, and they got the promotions right out of the gate from this, so they're probably all getting close to level 2. Pushing level 2 field cannons with the new meta is a tough job. And it's basically field cannon versus field cannon. This is just a standoff here. This did get a promotion, as we said before. Oh, wait, no. Where's the one? Did they end up letting it die? Oh, no, they got it all the way back here. Okay. Their last moving, first moving this field cannon, it'll be dead. Field cannon, core there. This musket's going to take a shot here. The classic long encampment. Oh, look, that was nice too. That's a really nice play. I didn't even see that was building underneath it. So they got this out. The shift entered this out, so they weren't able to get the last move, first move in. This is taking some hits, but not nearly enough to die. Really just giving it XP for a promotion at this point. This field cannon can sit here without dying. They're not going to be able to sit here anymore. I wouldn't have minded seeing the encampment go here, though, either. Could you imagine if the encampment was... Oh, I guess it would have been harder to protect here, though, because the bombards would have been able to get it. But from here, the hills block the bombards. That's actually the much better placement. Absolutely, now that I think about it. It's funny, in single player, you always want to stick, like when you're just playing against the AI, right? You just stick your field cannon out, or your encampment out on the front as an extra shot, and you just kind of protect it. But in the multiplayer, the meta is much more to keep it in line with your cities so that they can help each other, and you're not sticking it out there by itself where it can just be destroyed by bombards or whatever, and then taken out and then move in, right? You keep a line across more. Standoff continues. This city looks like it will probably die. They're trying to get walls up, but with those farms around, I don't see a world in which they don't get down here and take that out before 5 turns is up. They're just spamming crossbows to try and live at this point. And I think really like here we go. The Guard Imperial on the way. That'll spell the death of them. Well, that's the thing is I was looking at steel, like the 81 strength walls, like this is just too much. Sorry. They're getting pretty close to steel. I mean, if they'd have come with more than this, maybe a couple frigates and the ironclad or something, like, and maybe they could have done some work. You know, do some pillaging to stay healthy. But I don't know. Oh, so here you go. So they're getting hit. This is really going to come to trouble here now. They're getting hit from this side while holding themselves strong here. This scout's been sitting here since, what was it, turn 53 that took forever? And they had debate over where that scout needed to move in order to match the moves or whatever. He's gonna... Did he get a promotion there or no? This guy's getting peppered, but he can't get hit again here. He can probably save that. You can probably save that. He can only get it to here unless he exposed it there. So here, he could still get hit if this guy moved forward. But if this guy moves forward, he probably gets killed back. So really tight choke point here where this war is going on. Quadrem upgrade to frigate play? I don't know. Oh, sorry, I gotta click up there. So yeah, military science is almost done. Coal mine and ironclad's probably not gonna get done, so they're probably like maybe 8 or 9 turns away from steel. Oh, the artist. Oh, where did he go? Did he get kicked back? Oh, here he is here. That is Kamul Ud Din Bezad. I don't know if you can see what era that is. I'm not sure. It was probably the first era. He doesn't have museums up yet, so it's just like whatever, right? He got his theater scores up early to start earning points, but he never got theater. He never got to the museums fast. He's just getting them up now. Oh, just popped a heavy chariot. Yeah. This is exactly what I thought was coming. Yeah, it actually turned into a frigate because he got the coal. He got enough coal and it turned into a frigate on him. Did he just buy a frigate? I think he just bought a frigate. Yeah, these hussars are just getting melted now. There was a window where the hussars could have been relevant, but the science was too strong from Egypt, and so they didn't have a push available, and now they're irrelevant. Commercial hub investment. They just trying to make gold? They're at 270. These guys are at 315. So it's actually getting a little bit closer as far as overall gold. Neither one of them have real significant gold civ right now. Like usually you see Cleopatra working a little bit more gold than that. They got their commercial hubs up. International trade routes have begun. Finally, we knew at one point this bay would start to get filled with traders. Oh, that's interesting. Can't see the city information there. But yeah, even this, it looks like it's traders heading back. So they're still doing internals, I think, in here. Trying to boost this city up with some internals. Very interesting. Oh, knights are on their way to challenge China. Oh yeah, I forgot to check in on that. Where the hell is that? Where's? Oh, there it is. There, yeah. The settler's still sitting up here. It was praying for a way to get by, and it can't. And they're never getting to it because they've. Oh, actually, they did. They switched over. They said, "Screw it. We're never getting to field cannons. Let's at least get a settler out of here." Yeah, cartography in 4. So he can get his settler out. Meanwhile, oh, he actually did get the field cannons. He got his science up pretty good. I guess producing units was probably the biggest thing, right? Producing units with his unique building was probably giving him big chunks. I would imagine. And they didn't push. They could have taken the city easily. Why didn't they push that? I don't really know why they didn't push that. I thought they were for sure going to go take that, and the walls are going to be up now. So they do have field cannons online, so again, this has turned into a stalemate. Sorry, I should be over here. It is again turned into a stalemate over there. And he is trying to get across. His escaped settler is on the way. But again, I don't see this game going, well, 176 science. Reform the coinage, international trade routes. Is getting them the gold. I don't know where the science is coming from. Which one's the Empire lens? I've switched these around and now I'm not even sure if I have it. Oh, you can't see in the Empire lens. You can't see the number. No, you're only allowed to take one city-state. That's the rule. You can raise other city-states and resettle the land if you want. That's a 3. That's a 4. Oh, you know what it is they probably have... they had pretty good culture, so they probably got to rationalism is what's giving them the boost. Look at these tiles. Jeez Louise. There's a +3 there. So if they have a lot of +3s... This is only a +2. Yeah, I don't know how they're getting that much science. How do they have 176 science? That makes things a little more interesting. Howland is simmed up. Oh, man. He can shift enter that out and save it. That's the end of that unit. Oh, did he just move it there so he can still get out of there? Oh, yeah. So Armagh was taken by Poland. If Rome takes Armagh and keeps it, that doesn't count as taking a city-state. So they could, by rule, still take, for instance, Leventa, if you ever wanted it. Or any other city-state. So it doesn't count as taking a city-state if it was taken by somebody else already. Here comes some Cuirassier Corps on the counter, but this city falls next turn. Although the frigates, it's going to be hard to hold. Maybe they liberate this city, I think, because it's going to be hard to hold it with the frigates and that coming. It'll be almost impossible to hold that. The bombards will be able to do some work on these, but yeah. Yeah, this guy's a little injured though. He's actually lost a couple units, eh? Oh no, he made an army here. Yeah, that takes the turn. This city drops next turn and he gets liberated. 100%. He shift enters that out of here. He can upgrade that into a Cuirassier army as well. This guy needs to heal, but yeah, bombard hits and then the army hits. It dies. They liberate it. These units will all get spat out and they won't even be able to defend. Yeah, the units will get the units will get messed up because he'll go bombard, field cannon,
Cursor army, liberate, and the units will just spread all over the place. Oh, he actually went for the unit with the field cannon, so he decided he didn't want to liberate it that turn. Not sure what he was waiting for. He was able to shift enter this out. Upgrade that. Oh, he turned that into an army. Yeah, I was going to say, he needs to get that out of there. So he decided he didn't want it. He could have liberated that, I feel like. Which scientist is it? Oh, this is the healing scientist, right? Yeah. Just explore. Just wants to keep an eye on what they're doing, right? So, I mean, this is going to continue to be a standoff because the units are now equal, essentially. The frigates changed the calculus a bit in there, but I'm surprised he didn't liberate that right there. Again, field cannons turns this into a standoff. Technologically speaking, it should eventually be a tank push if he doesn't get the Grand Imperials doing their thing. He's making the Grand Imperials. I'll be curious to see if he can figure out a push. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Japan's 11 wide now. Still can't see. Oh, that's Mount Fuji, so they were the one to discover it. Oh, he did get this up here, by the way. That'll be another 10 science from adjacency. And he'll get the library university in there. And I would imagine... they don't have very good culture, though. So I would imagine... Oh, actually, they're 4 turns on the Enlightenment. So they're 4 turns from getting really good science as well from their buildings. Because they have their universities built in all the campuses. And all the campuses are at least +3. So you're going to see a really big spike in science out of these guys. For sure. Rome's on natural history, so they've already gotten the Enlightenment. So their science is... Although they don't have a ton of really good campuses, right? Like they just kind of spattered them throughout. Like this isn't even a +3. This isn't even a +3. Neither is that. So the Enlightenment card does nothing for them. Yeah, Rome just had crap land, man. They had crap land. Another push. Renaissance Industrial. So they have a general. These guys got one too. Medieval Renaissance. Cursors are industrial though, right? Cursor field cannon is industrial, yeah. So this isn't even affecting the cursors. So they don't have a general to affect those. Next up is Industrial Modern. And yeah, Rome got they projected and got the Lost Renaissance Industrial. Yeah. So that's big. Rome projected to get this general, and now they're getting affected. That's why he was able to run over the other guy's cursor, because of the general, I think, is a big deal. That extra little bit, plus the health advantage. Sorry, who tacked what with the horse? What? Just a complete standoff. These units are getting worn down. This is a level 3 field cannon, by the way. Woo. Keep that healthy. This is an interesting standoff here. Oh, there's dead. It's over. Not interesting anymore. And the counterpunch will not kill this, I don't think. he has a promotion, but he can't do it this turn. I'll tell you what. Boreal's doing some simming in here. And he's running out of units. He's had a lot of units get lost. And there's been a lot of last turn, first turn, step in, or last move, first move, stepping in, damaging, getting the occasional kill. And he needs more units. I don't know if I'd be building a theater square here. He needs field cannons. He wants to get his culture up, though. His culture is absolutely garbage. He's national. So enlightenment, he'll be getting to nationalism before too long. 7 turns. China getting Chancery up. Chichen Itza soon. TM. Still haven't built the theater square that eliminated one of the 2 hills in the city. And they put a lumber mill on the other one. Still a ridiculous amount of chops in the capital. They're on monumentality. And I don't see like any builders on their land. They're on monumentality. I'm seeing almost no builders on their land, and I don't see any settlers to expand their empire. Like, these guys purposely didn't forward settle them much at all. So they could... I mean, they actually ended up forward settling more than they should have. They easily could have left this city for them. They easily could have left this city for them. Put a couple cities in here with aqueducts. They couldn't really take the coast, which is fine. But they could have put more cities here. Catherine come with core against China. Oof, poor China. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is I don't think they see it coming. I showed that earlier when they were back here, and you know what? I said it too. If they bring a settler along, they can throw a city down and upgrade. And Japan's got the science that I would imagine. Yeah, they're at refining. Damn. Actually, Automatic's only 1 turn away. They'll throw a city down and turn these into cuirassiers, and it's going to be GG's for China. It's going to be GG's. They have got no defense for that. China's science sitting at 84. They're currently teching stirrups because they went top tree. Oh, they thought they were so safe. They went top tree for culture victory, and they're at stirrups. I mean, they've got some crouching tigers here for like vision on there. But like yeah, I mean muskets, they're not too far from field cannons, I guess. Their science is good enough they're not too far from field cannons, but they don't have any pre-build, so they'd be hard building them. It'd be interesting to see where they drop these guys. They're gonna throw a city down. Maybe they throw the city down here, maybe upgrade and go. Head this way. I don't know. These guys must have got steel if they're coming. Oh, maybe not. Why are they going buttress if they don't have steel? Oh, they do have steel. Okay, I was gonna say, I wasn't sure if they got to steel yet. Wow, their science. They're almost at tanks. Maybe they did they have oil? Maybe nobody has oil. What happened here? Must have been. Oh, crash. First crash in like 4 games. Boop a doop a doop a doop. Seb, welcome back from work. Everything's going pretty good. We were having a lot of drama and redoing of things and stuff. We had a lot of relobbies and people were subbing in and out. But things have been pretty smooth up until the game crashed on me just a moment ago. CPL's drama at the finest. Well, I mean, there was a little bit of back and forth because there was an error in the game, and it was halfway through a turn, and there was debate about who had done what moves during the first half of the turn, in order to be fair. And one team was saying the other thing, and blah blah blah. It wasn't that big a deal, but just there was a lot of relobbying and stuff that's been a little bit of a stutter to the flow of the game. I gotta go. Be back later if you are going to be here. I will be here. After this game, I pick up the wife. I'll come back and maybe play a little XCOM later tonight for a bit. Maybe. Can you use the search function in game? No, search function doesn't work. Search function doesn't work as in observer mode. Well, I mean, the people were having a little bit of a contention over what was right and what was wrong, but it was just a little bit of malfunction in the game that caused the redo. So it was a little bit of both, I guess. It wasn't an issue at the start. Everyone had a pretty balanced start, other than I suppose Rome had a bad spawn. Other than that, it was pretty equal. So they had a chance to liberate this, and I think they could have liberated that one turn, and they didn't. And now that opportunity's gone away. So Armagh holds. I mean, it's not much of a city. I mean, they're getting a holy site out of it in a harbor. They're just trying to pump a frigate out at this point. It's not that big a deal. I think they're maybe trying to consider the option of pushing these two cities, but I don't think it's going to work because I just think that's going to be too strong. We'll have to see. There's a musician that popped out there. Industrial zone finally in Rome. Audience chamber, let them grow tall. Where is that industrial zone? Oh, here. So 2, 3, 4. If you ever got rid of this and this, is this the hill? Yeah, right? Oh, no, it's not. We hit by fire then, maybe. I was gonna say, oh, yes, lumber mill. So that's could be a 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it could be a 5. It's not bad. What? Oh, somebody just invited me to play Fall Guys. I don't even own that game. I'm not even sure if I know who that is. Must be just somebody who follows me on Steam and they sent something that I don't know. That's weird. They hit our mark with the cursor army at this time, but did too few damage. You know, it was a cursor, not a cursor. They didn't hit the city. It was they had a bombard and a field cannon and the army cursor here, and they used the field cannon to hit a unit here instead of going with both. If they'd hit with both and then hit with the army, that city, I'm 95 to 98% sure that would have fallen. But they used the field cannon to hit a unit instead. If they'd hit with those two and then with the unit, it would. I'm pretty sure it goes. So field cannons have healed up. Level 2, level 3. Their culture is 8 turns on nationalism. So they'll eventually get to cores. I think America's culture is awful as well. Yeah, Canada, they've had a really rough game as well. How they only have 71 signs with all these mountains still is beyond me. They didn't get their culture up as well to get to like their miles from they're still at humanism, yeah. So they're still miles from enlightenment. Yeah, they're gonna need to keep their eyes open. I'm not sure why he's building the archaeologist. I mean, other than it'll give them some culture in that. I don't really get why they would care to do that though. To be honest with you. I feel like he should be building naval boats. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I missed the push. That was my bad. We were paying attention to their front. So Dion has fallen. We knew it was coming. I apologize. The Grand Imperial Corps is coming in hot. Now, where's the bombards? Did they lose the bombards during this push? There's one back here. Yeah, it looks like during the battle, the bombards were destroyed. So that's going to slow things down because the field cannons are not going to take these walls down nearly as fast. So it looks like the bombards were lost, but they continue to advance. Oh, yeah, good point, Danny. Yeah, the archaeologist will boost the tank tech. That's a very good point. Yeah, very good point. I forgot about the boost. I was just thinking, why are you worrying about the culture victory right now? It makes nothing. There's nothing to do with the culture victory. AABR, how you doing? Thank you for the follow. The game is Fam versus Dr. Pepper. In honor of that, drinking a Dr. Pepper. Mind you, I drink Dr. Pepper all the time because Dr. Pepper is super tasty. So this is basically come to a standstill. This has come to a basic standstill. It'll be whether or not somebody can put together a tank push that the other can't stop. It's a really big deal that they have steel in one. So they both just finished steel. So they're essentially tied on tech. Combustion going in. I would imagine the same here. 198 science to 153. Holland is making a play here to be a conversation starter. I don't know what the victory condition is going to be here. It's a big standoff militarily speaking. It kind of goes back and forth, but Diplo, nobody's got anywhere near a Diplo. Culture is
No way. 190 per turn. I don't think. Well, 25 and 94 is not terrible. The defense is going to keep getting better. I'll tell you something, though. The biggest factor is most likely going to be whether or not China can hold this off. I don't know why they're waiting. I feel like they should go. Because if they can take this down, then there's no victory condition for these guys. Like, well, and unless I guess if Holland with Poland, I guess they're not very wide though. Like, it's hard at 7 wide to start a military push that can take down the world. God, this game could go on forever. God bless you and Dr. Pepper. Isn't it so good, though? Oh, my God. You know what I can remember? I don't know if you're old enough to remember this, Irish. I can remember actually being on vacation as a kid down in Florida. And there was actually a video game, a Dr. Pepper video game. It was like one of the big stand-up, like, whatever you call those things. And, yeah. I can remember playing that in the hotels. It was a Dr. Pepper video game, and there was like different characters running around. There was like one that was like a hot dog. I don't know. I was young. I was like grade 4, grade 5, but I can still remember it. 10 years old, maybe. So maybe they were waiting for the settler to catch up, and because they didn't want to make landfall until the settler caught up. Maybe. Be interesting to see where they do this. They might come here and take this out. Forbidden City, by the way. Like, the planning here, I mean, you're under pressure. Okay, that's fine. They did get Colosseum, so this is actually getting a little better. But they could have had this city completely surrounded. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wonders. They could have, if they had planned this right, they could have had this theater square be a +10. But the entertainment complex is giving it 2 as well, I guess. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So it's actually basically the same. They didn't mess it up by too much, I suppose. Oh, yeah. Because he got the tech, right? Where did he go? Oh, no, he's still here. Did he get the tech? Yeah, he's at Siege Tactics because he backtracked. Yeah, he can cross. He has another settler going, too. Oh, man, and I missed the pellet takeover. Okay, sorry. Ugh. I was talking about victory conditions, and these guys are about to get taken off the map. I'm surprised they don't have a... Like, these guys should be pushing this way, because if they can get this dead before the settler drops... Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. There's a settler right here. Okay. So there's a settler right here. This is actually going to be protected. So they'll stay in the game. I don't like this, though. Why not build units and try to hold them off as long as you can? Like, this is just... Give these guys as much trouble as possible, if you ask me. I don't know. Because once you're gone, they can freeze him. So give them trouble. Another settler here. Like, all that production could have gone into spitting out field cannons in order to create bigger problems, you know? Like, these could have been Renaissance walls by now. I don't know. Trade routes, like we talked about here, but I don't see anybody else going international trade routes over to Cleopatra. Oh, here's one, I guess. Maybe they're getting started, actually, yeah. I think they were sticking to internals for quite a while. I wonder if they were going Pingala internals for science, maybe. So they were keeping their science going with Pingala internals as much as they could. Man, I missed both takeovers with the Grand Imperials. That sucks. China kept all those chops for defensive purposes. Yeah, yeah. Planned all along, right? 200 IQ. Like, and even this Kirisur, like, where's this Kirisur going? Like, delay him by 3 or 4 turns if you can. I don't know. Okay, so now it's on. The Rough Riders are in play, and Boreal was doing a lot of simming, including Angkor Wat over here, by the way. And I mentioned it a couple times earlier where their unit count was dropping quite a bit. Now I think they got steel, which is going to help them. Yeah, they're on industrialization now, so they're actually potentially going to be first to tanks. They could be first to tanks here. Oh, they went industrial. Oh, sorry, industrialization. I was thinking. I'm sorry. I had combustion in my head. They've gone top tree for production. They're 3 turns on tanks. I don't see oil, and so they would have to get their encampments up to what do you call it? Military academy. No, not yet. So they need military academies to get some oil. But they're in trouble. They're getting pushed hard, and core pike and shots. 2 turns on nationalism to go cores. They just bought one here. All this science, and they're in trouble. I don't like the Angkor Wat play right now. The entire time they were building Angkor Wat should have been spitting out pike and shots, because Rough Riders are coming from Teddy, and that the Kirisurs were coming because the Kirisurs have been over here all this time. It's now time. Now we've got some more armies going and artillery online. GG's. Rome needs to push. 3 turns on combustion. Combustion done. Tanks incoming. Things getting interesting. Any chance we get the nukes GDRs? I mean, this game's the science is very close. The science is very close across the board here. So it is entirely possible that there's a big standoff that lasts a long time. Oh, there you go. So artillery is up here. Artillery army. They need to take this city quick and give some relief. They're actually pushing through. They don't want to hit this for some reason. They're looking to hit a flank. They'll see it coming. Campus up. Settlers on the go. Trying to get wide. Maybe going to settle oil. They have oil around. Oil. I'm not sure. I don't see any other oil to go settle. Sorry, I'm in the wrong view here as well. I don't know, guys. I'm not sure why settlers now and not 20 turns ago. Turn 96, by the way. Sorry. Just sending a text to the wife about her ride. Yeah, that's right too. And see, I forgot. Sorry, I meant to click religion. We know this from before. Who else got a religion, by the way? Oh, Japan ended up getting one. Amenity from so that's nice. Nice little boost. To get an amenity out of it. Cheeky. But yeah, a crusade is big deal. And nobody has defender. So that you're right. I forgot about NC. The crusade was there. Duplicates of the chosen luxury grant amenities. This game is lasting longer than I thought it would. Yeah, it's been interesting. It's been interesting indeed. I'm just trying to think about what luxury. I mean, it doesn't really matter because they're going to. I got to assume they're going to vote up. Oh my god, the capital switched here, so this city is flipping to loyalty. Have we seen Ivory? There's no turtles? There's turtles. I'm pretty sure I've seen turtles. Didn't we? Yeah, there's turtles right there. I'm pretty sure Japan had turtles. I was thinking Ivory. Have we seen Ivory? Plus, I don't like Ivory because elephants are my favorite animal in the world, and I don't like that it. I know it's a thing historically, but Ivory should be banned. Ban nuclear power. Actually, no. You want to go B every time. So ban nuclear power. Or sorry, 50% production towards nuclear power, but nobody's going to have it right now. For the next 25 turns or whatever. And vote against me. Ivory, nuclear power, and the spectator. There we go. For walruses, yeah. I'm not sure back when walruses, walruses, I was thinking woolly mammoths as well, when woolly mammoths were around in that, and the Rough Rider push is on. This is going to be a very interesting finish. This is going to be Hendu. We're in for a doozy, I'm telling you. This push has got to work right now while they have a chance. But we can finally see this city's information shield right now. Volcano never went off, by the way. Oh my god, look at this. That's going to be a free... Does Japan have tanks yet? They're at 4 turns and that's a tank. There's a tank sitting right there. Narwhals are ivory too, apparently. Are walruses' tusks ivory, though? I thought they were just like a bone. Can the Rough Riders take cities? No. They're going to need... They have a bombard coming here. They're not going to be able to take those walls down without dying. Then a turn 7 war... Oh, God, the turn 7 war cart that I got smashed with, Tim. That was stupidity. The pike and shots can do so much damage on those guys, too. Yeah, pike and shot army got up and running. He just got to that, too, I do believe. He just finished nationalism. Pike and shot army for the win against these Rough Riders. And they're now... These will be kind of irrelevant against these pike and shot armies if you can get a couple more of them up. Another pike and shot coming here. If you can save this guy... That field cannon might get him, though. Maybe here. This guy comes here. Another army. Another one in 2. He'll get another one going here. He got this, so population just went up in all his cities, so better productivity. Yeah, there you go. It cost a lot of health. It almost cost him a unit, too. He did get a promotion of it, though. It cost him a lot of health, but getting that pike and shot out of there by triple teaming it was the play. Very interesting battle here. The Arties terrain very interesting, and I missed it again. Well, it was inevitable, and it's completely fitting that I missed all 3 of these cities getting taken by the Grand Imperials. I apologize. There's so much action going on, you can't catch it all, right? So this city is safe, and they stay in the game. Here comes the tank. Army needs to heal. Can I see the resource thing? No, I don't think it lets me see it. The global resource thing, it doesn't let me see it. No. Just wanted to see how much oil people were sitting on. Oh, yeah. They're still sitting there. Oh, maybe they're waiting for the bombards? They don't even realize there's no freaking walls, though. Here we go. Next turn, the settler pops up. They still can't see this. Next turn, the settler pops up. He settles the oil. Does Japan have tanks? 1 turn, these are tanks. What kind of gold does he have? 1893. Here come the tanks, ladies and gentlemen. Normandy. This is literally Normandy Beach right here. This is D-Day. He's going to settle that city, turn all of these army knights into tanks, and all of these, core knights into tanks, and he's going to turn all. This is going to become an army, so it's going to be army artillery, because he has the culture. He's gotten, he's on mass media, so he's actually got armies. He's going to have, army artillery and tank corps. China is about to get rolled, and that will be interesting, because at that point it becomes what happens here, right? The push coming this way, they're going to be kind of sandwiched. It's going to be whether or not America and Poland can hold off getting pushed on both sides. Because this has been rejected hard by the Army pike and shots. The Rough Riders were a little late. Turn 95 Rough Rider push is just way too late. Army pike and shots and cuirassiers, it was just never going to happen. The bombard. But, like, again, this pike and shot gets up. They could even buy him a pike and shot. What's his gold like? He has 590 gold.
He could buy a pike and shot and core that up. This city should be pretty good. I don't know if I like the factory here. I think he's still, I mean, he's simming up. I think he still needs to be producing units. Just produce some units and make sure you're okay. I don't know. I think it's a fine line. Like, he flipped on his commercial, but I hope he's not going to build that right now. Artillery. He's getting, yeah. So he's getting military academies up. He has this here, but I think he's short on oil compared to what he'd like. So he's getting military academy up there. Campus is online to keep his science moving. Japan 210, 170, 185, 173. It's very close. Here come the tanks. I'm wondering if Poland has 0 oil. I think Poland has 0 oil. They're the only ones who have the tech. Yep. He bought a settler or made it, maybe one or the other. He's going to come down here and settle this oil. He's got 2 oil there, but for right now, he has to get military academies up. He's got 1 popping here. And that's it. So he's getting out oiled right now. He's getting out oiled. Artillery just killed that ship. What's this? Campus. Oh yeah, 2. It's actually a +2 there. Huh. He's trying this side, but I don't know if this is going to work either. Yeah, he's coming here to hit this angle. He could buy one and then core it with that. Or actually, this one, if this one survives, he is going to go ahead and build that commercial hub right now. In Gazargamu, I just missed this entire front. Looks like he might have got a little bit of help from the frigates, and then just come over here and liberated it with the Grande Impériale. And that swells up France quite a bit. Japan is really the big superstar right now for them. Settlers up in a minute. That becomes a city. And the army tanks. I don't know if he has enough individual knights. No, he has a bunch of corps, but he only had the 1 individual, so he's not going to have individuals to turn into armies. But, yeah. This is GG's. I don't know if he even sees it yet. I don't think he can see exactly what's coming here. He's got another settler coming. No, he can't. They haven't seen this. They have some units up. So they probably are anticipating something. But St. Basil's is being built in the capital right now. And Statue of Liberty is being built up here. He's going archaeologist there. They do have some units up anticipating this, but they've just this flips in 5 turns. But if he gets another settler on the shores here and takes a couple cities, they can support one another. China's in a dark age while Japan is in a normal age, so that will also help them right now as well. Yeah, here comes the tanky tanks and the arty arts. Here comes the field cannons. They just shit their pants, basically, pardon my French. But they literally just went doo-doo in their pants when this city popped up. And they still don't know just how much is coming. But when this city popped up, they knew what it meant. China 93 science. They were a third of the way to a culture victory. No more. You can see Japan had so much money. They're actually out of money now. But all that money they saved up got them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks, 1, 2, 3 arties, and 1 more arty coming. And they do have an industrial era general. They're going to have to try their best. I'm really curious to see what kind of support could come here. I mean, they had to have seen the science on Japan, and knowing the map, they had to have known that something was coming, right? But I mean, let me just see the visual here of what they've seen. They did know. They've done this. They've known exactly where Japan is in relation to China, and they've seen the science and they've seen the culture. They had to know that something was coming. No, the last I looked, it was 3 out of 20. Most of the votes have been 9 out of 20 now. They must have gotten in the last Congress, they must have gotten some. Oh, the meteor? No, not yet. They need a unit to come over there and do it. They don't even have a unit around to go grab it. That's a tank sitting right there. Maybe they'll just wait till it's a modern armor. Just deleting stuff at this point. This field cannon and walls will barely even touch that. This is all over. It's all over for China. And the big question is the reaction here. Tanks coming online. They're getting their oil settle out. They're ready to get the oil online. But there's nothing they can do to stop this. They even have their the spy getting them their Diplovision. Oh yeah, they're done. And like I said, it's D-Day going on over here. Yeah. That's Macedon like, oh shit, I thought this settle was safe, but I guess not. It is legit D-Day. Alternate universe, Japan wins World War II. That's just one of the beaches. If they buy the tile, they don't get the reward like the tribal village. No, you have to actually walk on it with the unit. Even because it can fall inside your land. And you still have to walk on it with the unit in order to have it appear. It's not like a tribal village. They are very devastating, especially when you're just not even close on tech, right? Like army tanks and army artillery show up, and the best you can do is promote to field cannons and a couple cuirassiers. That's a bad day at the office right there. Like they shit their pants and they're like, oh my god, upgrade, 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 and they're like, oh, field cannons and cuirassiers. Bye bye. These cities belong to me now. But like I said, it's all about the reaction because America's had a bad game. They're still only at 100 science. Their one advantage is that they're at cores and great science from Holland. He's going to need to spit out tanks like crazy. He's projecting commercial hub for some reason. There must be a merchant. Oh, Diplo-visibility. Diplo-visibility merchant. Egypt looks like they could get it. Poland's trying to project it. Sending in the settler to provide a repair base was a nice touch as well. Well, it was actually an upgrade base, not a repair. It was an upgrade because these were all knights and bombards. These were all knights and bombards. They actually sat here for a while, coring and armying them up, and waiting for the bombards to come, and then they landed at once they had the oil. Yeah, like these are barely getting touched by these units. This city falls next turn. Then they grab all this. This settler jumps in here to grab a little bit of loyalty help. They'll have these cities before they need them fall. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because the knights were starting to come across right here. The knight corps were starting to come across. And I said, you know, it'd be a good idea is by the time they get across here, they can probably get tanks. I said they need to get a settler in the water to upgrade. And sure enough, about 3 or 4 turns later, the settler had caught up to them, and the settler was coming along with them. And then they sat here for a while the bombards caught up. So then they had artillery and tank, and it was just. And yeah, and then our Driner, yeah, this is multiplayer. This is 4 versus 4. There's actually a command you can do in chat: !CPL Qualifiers. It'll give you a little bit more information about what you need to know there. I'm surprised that those 2 arties didn't drop that. 2 artillery armies didn't drop that wall entirely. I'm surprised at that. I'm a little surprised at that. Yeah, they might be a little low on oil. There's a lot of them here. Oh, the general. Oh, was the general not there? Was the general not here in time? Was it sitting here maybe? Or was it? He moved it after? Oh. I was like, those 2 arty armies are going to tear those walls apart, right? This settler, yeah, he can actually get oil. He could buy out to this oil. And he could buy out to this oil as well, actually. So he would cost him some gold, but he's got tons of gold. He's currently making 217 a turn. And securing the oil would be a big deal for him. But yeah, securing oil and adding some loyalty as well. Battleship. Can he reach this with battleship? He can. Battleship right here can hit this. I'll be right back since we're between turns. Has Kane been eliminated? No, he has a city up north, in the northwest. But yeah, in order for an AI to be able to accomplish what you're seeing here, it would take like a government supercomputer to run that kind of programming and calculations, to be able to accomplish all of this intelligent maneuvering and positioning. And he's given up. He's completely given up. He's still building the wonders. 13 turn encampment, building a factory down here. He's giving up.
And it's, which is unfortunate because his teammates have got to be like, dude, you've got to try and do something. Like, spit out some units, maybe take one of these things down or something. Like, buy a little bit of time here for these guys to get up and running, you know? Exclamation point Damodar. Damodar should have himself a command. I really should make that. What do you do with this? Oh, now he's bringing the settler down here. Oh. 2 oils there, I get. What? I thought he was going to plop it right here and grab these 2 oils. These 2 oils would cost just as much. Excuse me. Sorry, I got the hiccups now. Quite the standoff here. Oh, wow. I think they save it though. They can't get through this. Oh wow, what unit took it? Did he get around? How did he get? Oh, maybe he went this way? Did he go this way with the general? He had 5 movement. Crossed. Boom, boom. This was inevitable. Deleted it. I'm surprised he's not keeping these, and then they'll all work together to hold loyalty. China's in a dark age. He's in normal, so he would make out pretty well there. Yeah, a city here... No, I couldn't have gotten both of these in the same city. These guys are coming across to get this. Maybe don't get a chance to liberate. What could they have liberated it with, though? A couple Rough Riders? I mean, maybe, but I'm pretty sure those Rough Riders won't do much damage to the tank armies. It's possible. But yeah, and now, like, what? He stopped St. Basil's, and now he's building a trader. Still got Statue of Liberty going. In here, I would imagine they delete this city at the end, like we were talking about earlier, and then last move or shift enter the unit out. I didn't think he had the room to get around the 2 pikemen there with the river in the way, but I think the general gave him the movement to come and take it. He put Victor in. It's going to fall, though. He's actually in a heroic age, but it's still going to fall. I think he was thinking that maybe they could keep it. Wow, heroic versus dark, though. Heroic versus dark. Is it going to reset here? Still rebels in 6 turns, and there's no way he takes anything else. That should have been. I think he should have deleted that. He made the same mistake that was made back here in the other direction. There's no way he keeps that. He upgraded this to an artillery, but I don't think that's going to make much difference. We win, you lose. GG. GG's. Once the capital was gone there, they're just like, screw it.